Hey, good day to you. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you're here today. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, five-time entrepreneur, five-time author who sold 3 businesses and is a leading small business expert helping you live your best life or start or grow your business. And I'm glad you're here today to share this time with me. All we ask is pretty much one thing and one thing alone. And that's to sit back and listen up and open your mind and heart and let me help you live your best life or start or grow your business with some of the top tips you need to know to get to the next level. We have a lot in store for you today, and that includes a few things. One, we're going to touch on the first 5 things I do if I was starting my business over today from Jenna Kutcher. She's going to give some tips from HubSpot. Microsoft gives Copilot a voice and vision in its biggest redesign yet. There's a strike happening with some longshoremen, the guys and gals who take care of ports along the East and Gulf Coast. And why they're striking is interesting, and I don't know if it's going to hurt or if it's going to help their cause. We got to touch on here how to turn publicity into profit. That's going to be interesting from our friends at Brains Magazine. And interesting, JP Morgan is investing to open around 100 new of its branches in low-income areas. The sneaky credit card ripoff. Wow. We're going to talk about that. If you have high credit card debt, how you're being ripped off. I know that story too well. Amazon recently rolled out a new chat bot that is safer than ChatGPT for its employees. And last but not least, Jason Fried of 37 Signal says you don't need an assistant. Hey, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We got a brand new episode for you today. Hey, Karen, welcome. Good day to you. Karen, glad you're here. Let's get started on the Rundown with Ramon. Sit back, get ready, because I know this is going to be the most special episode yet, and that's because you're here to enjoy it with me. So let's get started. Hey, what do you think about that nice little brand new jingle? I kind of like it. I had somebody customize and make it for me. So let's get in today's episode of the Rundown with Ramon. And again, if you started the show with me today and you're not feeling so well, I hope a few minutes with me on the Rundown with Ramon can uplift and elevate how you're feeling. If you started the Rundown with Ramon with me today and you're feeling fantastically blessed and great, then I'm glad I can share this moment of you feeling fantastically great and blessed. This is an amazing day because you're here, and maybe you woke up today and you're not feeling so well. Maybe you've had some turmoil in your life. Maybe you've had some natural disasters in your life. Maybe you had some personal conflict in your life. The fact that you're here today listening to me means it can get better, and I wish all the best for your day today. All right, welcome. That positive guy, welcome. Favo Style, welcome, and others who are joining in today. Glad you're here, the Rundown with Ramon. Let's get with it right now. Ding, 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 ding. The first 5 things I do if I were starting my business over today. Well, Jenna Kutcher is a very famous and well-known online blogger and personality who provides all kinds of courses and tips for creators and small business owners. And she says, what would I do if I was starting over my business today? What are some things I would do? The first 5 things I do. Jenna says, 1, start an email list. Email list building is so important as you're looking to build a successful business. It's important. Starting an email list has to be my first piece of advice for you because I cannot count on how often I've guided new business owners and entrepreneurs to do this over the years. So starting an email list is absolutely important. Number 2, finding a mentor is essential. Finding a mentor who can take your business to the next level and give you insight ahead of time that can help your business. So important. Find a mentor. Share your focus and goals. When you have a business, and especially if you have a team, share where you're going, share why you're doing with other, says Jenna Kucher. This can be a tough part of starting a business because the pressure to be impressive or show off our success can keep us from showing the building process. Show the building process to others. Show the steps we're making to grow our business and take it to the next level. Jenna says, but looking back, I regret those moments when I hid my learning process, waiting for everything to be perfect, keeping me from growth because when is anything ever perfect? Get clear on your brand vision. Starting your business is already a massively pride-worthy moment. I was so proud to finally get out of my corporate windowless office and launch into my career as a photographer and then as a digital marketer. But what I needed to get grounded was my brand. So get clear on your brand vision. And fifth point, choose your tools wisely. What are the tools you're going to be using to take your business to the next level? So those are 5 things, a few things I would know if I was starting my business over. A, understanding who are my ideal customers and where are they at. That's very important. Dana, hey, Dana, glad to have you here. Dana Austin's in the house. Glad to have you here, Dana. So A, who are my customers and where are they at? I think that's really, really important. What is the solution they're looking for that I can provide to them? And understanding and asking myself rhetorically, do I have the mindset and stamina for business success? Business is not easy. It's very tough and difficult. So I think it's very important that we understand what we're getting into. Everybody, again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today, that I can be a part of your day to help you live your best life and start or grow your business. Next up, ding, 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 ding. Microsoft gives Copilot a voice and vision in its biggest redesign yet. Now, here's the rub on this. Here's the rub. It's not about Microsoft per se. I'm going to touch on, yes, Microsoft has updated I Am Hurt, has updated, good to have you here, its technology and features. That's a good thing. I'm glad. And I'll go over some of these right now. For example, it says it's unveiling a big overhaul of its Copilot AI assistant. It's been redesigned across mobile, web, and the dedicated Windows app. We are creating an AI companion for everyone. Copilot now looks unlike anything I've seen from Microsoft before, says the writer in The Verge. It goes on, beyond the look and feel of this new Copilot, Microsoft is also ramping up its work on its vision of an AI companion for everyone by adding voice capabilities that are very similar to what OpenAI has introduced in ChatGPT. We're making a huge bet on voice, that it can speak to you in a more human-centric way and sound human. Copilot Vision is Microsoft's second big bet with its redesign, allowing the AI assistant to see what you see on a web page you're viewing. You can ask it questions about the text, images, and content you're viewing, and combined with the new Copilot voice features, it will respond in a natural way. But here's the rub. Here's the gist of it. Seth Godin says, here's the rub. It's not so much about Microsoft Copilot. My admonition, my thought to you constantly, I want you to remember this, is the aspect that AI is here. AI is growing. Technology is moving forward. And there's always going to be 2 or 3 types of people. It's not just people who are using it and not using it. That's not it, because we all use technology now, even if it's a microwave. It's those who are really getting into technology and maximizing their use of technology. Those who, yes, are not using it in really any meaningful way, and those who are stuck in this messy middle and still doing the same thing they've done for years ago. I'm glad you are still doing something, but I encourage you to leverage the power of technology in your business and personal life so you can be more productive, so you can get more done, so you can live the life that you want and spend more time with the people who you want to do that with. Again, my name is Ramon Ray, admonishing you, encouraging you, embrace the power of technology in your business. Embrace it. The tools are there, between Microsoft, between Google, between Zoho, between QuickBooks, between so many of the platforms out there. They're out there. The key is, will you use them? And of course, then the independent technology platforms out there as well. I use Claude.ai quite a bit. There's, of course, ChatGPT. And if you're not paying the premium for it, Alexandria Nicole, good day to you. Good day to you and Alexandria. Good to have you here. If you're not paying for the premium versions of it, you're often missing out as well. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today to spend a bit of time with me. That's right, Dana Austin. Embrace the power of technology in your business. Let's keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Why your worst arguments could be your best assets. Interesting article here that I read recently talking about the power of the arguments that we have. What if the key to your next breakthrough is hidden in your last argument? Where you disagreed with somebody so much, and that's okay. That's a start because we may disagree, but did we pause just a bit to be sure we didn't miss the gem in what the person was saying? We spent so much time pushing back, so much time saying no, so much time saying no, I disagree. But did we take a bit of time to say, maybe what they're saying is not true? Maybe what they're saying is, I don't agree with, but I wonder, is what they're saying something I can learn from? Something I can take and embrace, something that I can leverage, some one or two gems that I can get out and make mine and still hone in on. This is the question I have for you today. Yes, we can disagree with people. Yes, we're different people. I'm different than Dana. Dana different than me. I'm different than Karen. Karen different than me. I'm different than Alexandria. Alexandria different than me. I'm different than Beth. Beth is different than me. I'm different than Rudolph. Rudolph's different than me. But I can still, or can I still try to take a gem away from what somebody's saying and see how it may or may not apply to me? That's still the question that we can consider. Should I do this or not, instead of always rejecting something without first giving it some thought? So how can our next argument? Yes, we may disagree, and that's fine, but is there something we can get out of it? Again, thank you for joining me on the Rundown with Ramon. I love it. I Am Hurt says, yes, we can. Keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. As we speak, there's a strike happening East and Gulf Coast ports. Yes, there is. Strikes happen, strikes go and come. But the interesting thing about this strike, as happens with many strikes, yes, workers want more pay, but the bigger thing in recent strikes I've seen is the fear that automation will take somebody's job. And that is a true thing. If you're moving a package like this to this, like this to this for 10 hours and being paid whatever dollars an hour you are, 30, 40, $50 an hour, that company is thinking, how can we leverage this with automation? Robots don't get sick. Robots don't complain. Robots don't worry about the heat, the sun, days off, and et cetera. They just keep working. That's why they're a robot. And I get it. It's painful to see technology evolving, technology moving forward. You're like, what about my job? What about my livelihood? What about my family? How will I take care of them? I get it. You got to fight for what you want. But I encourage you as well, especially younger people, if you have opportunities to learn new skills, opportunities to up-level yourself, opportunities to make connection, opportunities to build more relationships, technology is here and technology is going to come. The guy or the gal who was like, no, I'm not going to give up my horse. I don't care about the automated car that's coming. There's no horses anymore, meaning as we were using them. So I encourage you, yes, fight for what's yours, but also don't keep your head in the sand. See how you can up-level yourself. I get it, especially in major industries, in the food industry, you have ports. Anytime you have humans doing manual labor, doing things repeatedly, the companies, the brands behind that are thinking, how can we leverage the power of technology to do this better, faster, and easier? It's a fact, and you have to get used to it. You have to get used to it. Our small little team, we're using technology at a fast clip. I can now edit many of my own videos faster, cheaper, easier than I can hiring a video editor. It's a fact. But that still gives the video editor an opportunity to say, Ramon, I can still save you time. Can I do what you were doing on this and still save you time and give it back to you maybe faster and better? What new things can we work on in your business to take you to the next level still? That's the type of way you should be thinking. Lumpy, welcome. Glad you joined. So I encourage you today, instead of putting your head down in the sand and rejecting and thinking, no, I got to stop this technology adoption, instead think, how can you start to better yourself and be a better asset to the company that you're in? My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I know what it's like to be an entrepreneur, as I've started 5 companies, sold 3 of them. My first one was called Family Computer Consulting Services. Second one was an event business. Then I started smallbiztechnology.com, started smarthustle.com, which I sold, started zoneofgenius.com. And today, here we are on the Rundown with Ramon. Let's keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. How to turn publicity into profit. Getting publicity alone is not good enough. I've been on MSNBC. I've been on Fox Business with Maria Bartiromo. I've been quoted in the Associated Press. I've been on the Wall Street Journal, Inc. magazine. I can go on and on and on and on and on. But my admonition to you today, don't just stop on getting that quick hit. How do you turn publicity into profits? As our friends at Brains Magazine. Convert more leads with publicity. Contributors make sure their features are visible on their social media and website. Media coverage plays a crucial role in influencing potential clients during their decision-making process. So convert more leads with publicity. Yes, publicity works. Raise prices and attract premium clients. Our contributors have successfully raised their prices after being featured in Brains Magazine. This goes with other things that you may be doing. Raise prices and attract better clients. You can use articles and sales conversations as you're talking to your client. You can say, for example, as I wrote in Brains Magazine, as I wrote on zoneofgenius.com, as I wrote in Business Insider, as I wrote in Entrepreneur, here's some more insight for you. It builds that credibility booster with your clients. Glad you're all joining. Hey, welcome Sisters Slay's Boutique. Welcome Ashley Stevens. Welcome Queen Da. Glad you're here today. Generating more PR opportunities. Don't stop in getting published and quoted in one magazine or publication or radio or TV. Leverage that to be in more places. Leverage the brand of the publication you're in, whether it's Brains or Zone of Genius or Entrepreneur or Inc. or Business Insider, Forbes or Fortune. Leverage those brands. Build your brand and increase your visibility. The point here, don't just get publicity for the sake of getting publicity. The admonition, my advice to you today, take the publicity that you get and leverage that into profit. That's the name of the game. If you're just stopping at getting the publicity, stopping at getting the tweet, you're missing out. Even sometimes I've done it. I've been followed by some cool people, and I've taken the follower and I've screenshotted that and shared it out. Oh, wow, I'm so happy that Damon, John, or whoever it may be had followed me. Don't just let the publicity go to waste, but leverage it for other things. Ding, 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 ding. JP Morgan invests in low-income neighborhoods. It's going to open up 100 branches in low-income areas. I think it's pretty cool. Listen, I get it. JP Morgan's a bank. And how do they make a living? They want people to put deposits in their bank, and they take those deposits and share them out with others, and they get a return on people borrowing money from them. That's what a bank does. And they have different types of lending assets, different type of lending products. But oftentimes in low-income areas, we're given a short shrift, and I shouldn't say we're given. I'm not in a low-income area, but the principle being we are given, as it were, the short shrift, I think is the word. But it's good that JP Morgan is saying, hey, no, we're going to invest in low-income areas. We're going to open more branches to make banking accessible to more people. Wall Street Journal writes, some of these so-called community centers come with usual teller windows, ATMs, and bankers' offices, but also have spaces where the bank will host small businesses and financial literacy workshops open to the public. After piloting the model 5 years ago, JP Morgan is now expanding it nationwide. This is not just do-gooding, this is business. Diamond, the JP Morgan chief executive, said in an interview, we measure these branches by number of customers, deposits, investments, and the model works. The bank is hiring 70 new community managers to work at some of these branches hired locally. The managers aren't supposed to sell or market chase products. Instead, they're meant to partner with community organizations and help teach residents on best practices to grow their wealth. I love this. The bank is not just saying bank with us. The bank is not just saying buy from us. The bank is not just saying we want your money. No, the bank is saying we want you to increase your wealth. We want to build with you. See, bankers are required by law to serve and lend to low-income communities. So this is JP Morgan's part of what they can do. Yes, they have to do it by law, but I love the fact that they're doing it, putting into branches, putting into things, other areas to help their business. I love seeing the Harlem and the Bronx branch highlighted. I've been in the Harlem branch before on East 125th Street, so I'm so happy to see that happening. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. So glad to see how JP Morgan is investing in low-income communities. Hey, Dr. Asa, good to have you here. Ding, 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 ding. The sneaky credit card ripoff. Banks are overcharging everyone $25 billion in interest, and it's completely legal, says Business Insider. Lena Ling has $42,000 in credit card debt, but it's not the giant tab that has her most frustrated. The 29-year-old says she takes full responsibility for her debt. After getting her first credit card in her early 20s, Ling accumulated small amounts of debt but was always able to pay it off. That changed in 2020. Ling struggled with managing her spending on necessities and other items like clothes while in isolation, causing her bills to grow. Things got worse after she lost her job this past October, and she eventually depleted her savings to keep up with payments on her card. So here's the question. When you get in debt like this, a card with an interest rate she says ballooned to over 20%, 1/5 of what you borrowed. That's a lot of money. Now, it says Ling's experience may be extreme, end of America's personal finance journey, but she isn't alone in her interest rate woes. So what can you do about it? Find credit cards at lower interest rates, spend less than you make, get out of debt, do everything that you can to reduce your credit card debt and not get in debt. The squeeze is on, says Business Insider. Americans have a lot of debt piled up on their little pieces of plastic. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York said in August that Americans owed a record of $101.14 trillion in their credit cards in the second quarter. Credit card companies are making so much money. To understand the strength of the credit card industry, look at the split between the federal funds rate. The interest rate at which banks make very short-term loans to each other, which is also used. So here's the difference. You should never lose sight of just how profitable credit cards are. Wow, wow, wow. So listen, what to do about it? I've already told you what to do about it. Don't be in debt. If you're using a credit card, it's going to charge you a lot in interest rate, and it's going to be hard for you to pay that back. And I encourage you, pay it off as much as you can every single month. Get a second or third job if you have to, but lower and get rid of that debt. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I hope you're learning from the Rundown with Ramon. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're getting something from it, because I'm sure glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Chat bot for Amazon employees. Amazon recently rolled out a new chat bot that's safer for its employees to use. But here's the thing. It's not about the Amazon chat bot that I wanted to say, Dr. E. So it's not about the Amazon chat bot that I wanted to say. The Giggling Pigs is joining. But what I want to say about this is the aspect going back to automation, going back to technology. If you have very sensitive data that you have, personally identifiable information, corporate secrets, be careful of running that through the AI bots, because that stuff is put on the public web, and hackers and or others can access that data. Now, I use ChatGPT all the time, but I put in things like, hey, help me with a marketing plan, help me with a headline, help me with an article, blah, 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 blah. And the way to do that is put in good prompts and ask a very broad prompt and keep asking questions as it narrows down and gets better and better and better. My point is, my warning is, as you have important, secret, sensitive information, be careful of putting that data through the bots, because it's publicly accessible. I want to end today's Rundown with Ramon on one of the key topic here. Jason Fried, CEO of 37 Signals and other software for small businesses, talks about executive assistants and others. He says, no, I don't have an assistant. No, I don't have anyone or AI reading my emails. Yes, my email address is very public. Yes, I get as many emails as you do, probably more. Yes, I have time to get back to people who write me, not instantly, but eventually within reason. A big part of my job is being accessible to customers. If you don't have time, cut other things, but don't cut this. If you're an entrepreneur and you outsource your availability, you're hurting yourself in your business, especially as you're just getting going. Interesting insights from Jason Fried. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. I hope you've enjoyed being here on the Rundown. I hope it gave insight to you that did help you live your best life and start to grow your business. I really hope it did. I enjoyed doing the show. And I want to remind you, if you're enjoying this episode, check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Sign up for your newsletter and more. Don't miss anything about zoneofgenius.com. I encourage you to be clear on what you really want to do in life and in business. Ask yourself today, do you even want to be in business, Kevin? Do you even want to be in business? Find out and ask yourself, are you hungry enough to get to where you need to be in business to take yourself to the next level? What is your pricing like? Is it premium or are you the cheapest vendor on the block? Do you have the mindset for entrepreneurship, Cookie Girl? Do you have the mindset for entrepreneurship? And I want you to ask yourself this: what do you do best that you could get paid to do over and over and over again? What could you get paid to do? What's your zone of genius? Once again, this is the Rundown with Ramon. Go out and tell somebody they matter, because you matter, and I want you to know you matter. We need you in this world to keep going. Thanks for watching the Rundown with Ramon. And see you next time on the next Rundown with Ramon.